What's up, guys? Kilo Quebec 4 Yankee Alpha Delta. Just got home for the day and I want to spend a little time on our radio. So, we got two frequencies in there, guys. We have the national call-in frequency 146.520, and we also have our Shelby County repeater 146.982 negative offset with a 88.5 tone. So, on the simplex, this 146.52, when I transmit on this, that's the only frequency that is transmitted. That's all it is just the voice traveling over that frequency right now across the air. So in this radio, this Yaesu radio, I was able, when I was on top of a mountain, I was able to reach about 15 miles on this simplex. But there's like, you can go on the internet and you can look at where all these different repeaters are, in your area. And based on where you're located and where these repeaters are, what repeaters do is broadcast your signal. So I can transmit, because I have my license, Kilo Quebec 4 Yankee Alpha Delta. I can use this radio to transmit on this repeater, and this repeater is over on Shades Mountain. From here, I don't know the exact mileage. I would say about 10 miles, or probably less than that. But when that repeater gets a signal, sort of like your cell phone providers, they have all those towers set up. When I transmit on this, it hits the repeater, and then the repeater broadcasts it out, right? So that's what we're doing. We're trying to hit this repeater to broadcast our signal, and we're also going on 146.52 and try to broadcast our signal. So a lot to do with ham radio is actually operating it and being allowed with your license, guys. Get your license. Being allowed to operate on these channels. What I can do is send my call sign and call for CQ, which means, does anybody hear me? Does anybody want to talk? CQ. Right. So when I key up, I'll say CQ. I'll say my call sign, and I'll say monitoring. And all that means is I'm waiting on a signal. So hopefully we can do it, and we can use these two frequencies and try to call somebody. So let's go ahead. We're on the national call-in frequency first. CQ, Kilo, Quebec, 4, Yankee, Alpha, Delta, monitoring. All right. So I just sent that transmission across the airwaves, and we're going to wait for somebody to call back. So with the repeater, like a cell phone tower, I'm about to hit this repeater, and as when I key up on this repeater is going to send the signal that, yes, indeed, I've hit the repeater. So I'm going to key up first on it. All right, that negative offset, you can see it. And then we got the tone. So we're on the frequency 146.982. When we transmit, it's -6 offset. So when we transmit, it's actually transmitted on a different frequency, and it's sending a tone of 88.5, and that's letting me hit the repeater to carry that signal further. So let's try to call CQ on the repeater and hope we can get somebody. CQ, Kilo, Quebec, 4, Yankee, Alpha, Delta, monitoring. So we just sent it. Yep. So let's wait for a callback, and hopefully we can get somebody. But while we're here, let's talk real quick about these Baofeng radios, right, and what they're used for. Okay. So if you want to buy a emergency radio and use it in an emergency, you can definitely do that. But unless you can actively use a radio and learn how to connect with people with a radio, you're never going to be good at it. You're really not. So get your license, guys. There's like 700,000 ham operators out here in America. And what you can do to increase your survival chance is to get more people listening to the frequencies and using the frequencies, right? So we're about to switch the 2-channel to 146.52 and see if we can get somebody on there. We're about to call CQ. That's, hey, does anybody want to talk? CQ, Kilo, Quebec, 4, Yankee, Alpha, Delta, monitoring. All right. We just hit that frequency from this radio, and that frequency has traveled, and we're waiting for somebody to come back on that frequency. So with radio signals, it's very, it's magical almost, right? These things are magic. So what I have been explained with how radio signals work is I'm in the Earth's electromagnetic field, and I'm transmitting like a tune-in fork. You've seen them go ding, ding. And on this frequency, I'm hitting a tune-in fork. And as far as this goes, somebody on the other side is hitting the same tune-in fork where they connect. It's magic, really. So let's try the repeater again. We'll give it a few more minutes. CQ, CQ, Kilo, Quebec, 4, Yankee, Alpha, Delta, monitoring. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get somebody. But really, guys, radios are magic. Sitting over here manipulating Earth's electromagnetic fields. And we're waiting on it. It was a beautiful day today, 100%. It was a little rainy this morning, and then it became pretty clear and partly cloudy. Very nice day. We ain't heard anything. Let's go back to 146.52. A simplex, a single frequency. A simplex is a single frequency sending and receiving. CQ, CQ, Kilo, Quebec, 4, Yankee, Alpha, Delta, monitoring. And let's wait on that one. And you're supposed to wait. And then we're on the Shelby County repeater now with the -6 offset and tone of 88.5. We're about to call CQ on it again. CQ, CQ, Kilo, Quebec, 4, Yankee, Alpha, Delta, monitoring. And hopefully we'll get somebody back. It's radio life. It's not that bad. It's a very good hobby. And the Baofeng lets you get into the hobby. And if you really get your license and actually try to get on the air like I'm doing now, you know, I haven't not got on the air. And if we wait, somebody will get on here. But imagine if we all got our Baofeng's radio and we all got our call sign. That's the repeater tone. That means we're on the repeater. Hopefully somebody keyed up. Kilo, Quebec, 4, Yankee, Alpha, Delta, monitoring. That's actually on the Birmingham repeater. I heard it. So I don't think we're going to hear anybody. So let's go to our weather and hear our forecast.
With a dew point of 59 degrees. The relative humidity was 51%. The wind was north at 7 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.92 inches and falling. At the Shelby County Airport, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 79 degrees with a dew point of 63 degrees.
That were those NOAA frequencies I was telling you about. Well, I don't think we got anybody. Y'all come back and let's see if we can get somebody else. So hopefully in the next couple days, we'll actually make contact and talk to people. But guys, if you're interested in a radio, please get your radio and please get your license so you can get on the air. Thanks, guys. Kilo, Quebec, 4, Yankee, Alpha, Delta, monitoring.